Hey yo, hey, it's me again. So in today's video, we're going to sit down and do an honest chit chat video about what's going on, because it has been heavy on my heart and I can't be silent anymore. I know I told you guys before that I struggle with verbally expressing how I feel because I'm such an emotional person and I have all these thoughts and feelings, and it's hard to kind of put it into words to make it make sense without stumbling over my words or rambling and going all over the place. But God has really been working on me to use my voice more, not to be controversial or to start arguments and stuff like that, but to speak my truth, to speak truth, because who knows, it could be the change that somebody needs out here. I've always kept everything bottled in, felt like my voice never mattered or my opinion never mattered, but God is working on me with that, and that's why I felt led to do this video. So we're gonna do it right here, right now. So without any further ado, let's get it. So my family and I just got back from the beach. We went because Big Guy had a couple of days off and we just wanted to do like a mini getaway. You know, of course Rona's still out here, but we were super safe, we were super distant from a lot of people, and it actually wasn't crowded. So I will post that vlog up soon, but I didn't want to post regular content until I made this video because, like I said, this has been heavy on my heart for a while. So this week has been super heavy, y'all. Like, honestly, 2020 has been an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. I feel like when Kobe, Gianna, and the rest of the families passed away, that kind of, you know, kind of started the year off kind of weird, and then now with all this stuff going on, it's just like, wow. But I will say that we need to stop saying 2020 is canceled, or that, you know, 2020's this, 2020's that, we're ready for 2021. But I don't know, I just feel in my heart that God is really revealing things to us. You know, we talk about 2020 vision and stuff like that, but in my heart I feel like he's showing, like visually showing us things that have been swept under the rug for years. A lot of things pertaining to politics, a lot of things pertaining to generational things. There's been so many things swept under the rug for years, and I feel like God is revealing and exposing us to these things. I know everybody say, oh, 2020 is gonna be my year, or this decade is gonna be my year, and it still needs to be. Let's keep that mindset going. Let's not let these things make us lose faith in our dreams and lose faith in hope in God. But how can we expect to go to the next level if we don't persevere through the season that he's trying to get us through? You know what I'm saying? Yes, all these things have happened, but nothing new is under the sun. These things did not catch God by surprise. And that just means more things are just going to continue to come to the light that we need to be, you know, that we need to know about. So like I said, I didn't want to get all spiritual and deep, but I just feel in my heart that's what's happening. And now with, you know, police brutality still on the rise and everything, that's just exposing them more. So yeah, it's been a crazy year so far. It's been a crazy week, you know, with George Floyd, you know, the Ahmaud situation that happened in February, but we found out about it 2 months later. You know, that situation, it really hits home because I love to walk and I love to run. Yeah, it's just been a crazy time, like with the George Floyd situation. Like, that was just our breaking point, okay? Like, we are tired. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We're just tired of our lives not being protected and surviving in the hands of those who are supposed to protect us and who sworn to protect our community, to protect our world. It's just heartbreaking to see that this is a continuous cycle that has not come to an end. If you've been following me for a while, you guys know that we used to live outside of Baltimore. So we were there when the Freddie Gray situation happened. And not only did it make local news, but it made national news. But it just seems like it's just a continuous cycle. Just imagine all the other situations like that that have happened that weren't video recorded, that weren't posted on social media, that were swept under the rug. So at this point, we just tired, y'all. Like, we're just tired. Like, I don't understand how our skin color can be a threat. Like, why is it a threat? Why do you fear for your life when you see us? Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just, it's just been heavy. Like I said, I'm trying not to be all over the place, but I'm sick and tired. The world's sick and tired, and that is why people are protesting. That's why people are making their voices heard. That's why people cannot be silent anymore, because we are tired. Like, we are tired. Black men, black women, we are tired. Okay? Oh my God. Like, I just think about my dad. I think about my uncles. I think about my cousins. I think about my nephews. I have 3 young black nephews that mean the world to me. And I even think about my son. They're all young. They're going to have to grow up in this world knowing that their lives may be... But that's stuff that I think about, because at this point, you just don't know. You just never know. All the people that have lost their lives in the hands of police, I'm sure they didn't know. Of course they didn't know. And of course their families didn't know that that was going to be their last day on earth in the hands of a police officer that should have been protected them. I did a video on my channel here a couple of years ago about my situation with the police. When I used to live in PG County, a friend and I, we were outside eating tacos, and apparently there's a robbery going on in our apartment. Robbers had ran away from the police, and me and my friend just so happened to be outside eating tacos. So when the police were looking for them, they saw us instead of the robbers, and they told us to get out the car. They put us on the ground, and we had our hands behind our backs and stuff, and they would not let us go. We literally told them, like, we didn't have anything. We were just outside eating Taco Bell, minding our business, and then they came over to us. So at that moment, it was a scary time, and it was a mix of white cops and black cops, because y'all know PG County is majority African American. So at that moment, I was scared for my life. Like, I really thought I was going to jail, because it took them a long time to let us go, because they had to check the car and all of that. And they wouldn't answer any questions. They wouldn't answer our questions. They wouldn't talk to us. And I just didn't know what was going on. I was like literally scared, because I thought I was going to jail for being outside eating tacos. You know what I'm saying? But then they finally let us go. So that was my first encounter with the police. That was my first time like realizing, like, dang, like, what's up with these police officers? You know what I'm saying? But now seeing that this is a cycle, it just makes you think, like, dang, like, what's really going on? This is not to say all cops are bad. I have amazing friends that I went to school with that are cops, and they're black, okay? I just feel bad for the ones that actually love their jobs, that go out of their ways to protect us, to protect not only us on a local level, but also on a national level, on a federal level. The big guy and I, we shared our experience being here on my vlogging channel, but I will do an updated one. I don't know if you guys want a video or blog post. I could do both. I mean, it doesn't matter, but do like an update, because our 1 year of being in this house is coming up. So I do want to do a video about that and stuff like that. So I guess we could kind of intertwine our experience. Never really share this because I don't want to come off like I'm ungrateful or like I'm complaining, because I'm not, trust me, I don't complain. It's just I'm expressing how I feel. Even here where I live at now, I'm the 1%. I'm the only, not saying I'm the only black person, but I am probably one of 20 black people that reside here. And even since I've been here, like, I get constant stares. Every time I go to the store, I get stared at, y'all. Like, sometimes I get watched in stores because I have my stroller, have my kids, and I don't know what they think I'm doing. I'm not stealing anything. Sometimes I've been followed in the stores, but yeah, I get stares all the time. I've been followed by Hispanic men, like in my car. I was coming out of HEB, the guy in his car following me and asking me, was I married, and what's my name and stuff like that. And I told him, I was like, yes, I'm married. The big guy was circling in the parking lot, waiting for me to come out because the kids were in the car. So I was like, oh, there's my husband right there. So the guy didn't move. So I was like, oh, so this guy's really gonna follow me. So the big guy, And I know he's a quiet guy, but man, when it comes to me and the kids, he does not play that, y'all. Like, for real, he does not play that. Like, I saw that van, I saw the car like jerk. The guy drove off and was laughing. And that right there made me so uncomfortable, because not only did I tell you I was married, but I pointed to my husband, and the fact that you still followed me and still wanted to get to know me, that bothered me. There was one time when I was having a photo shoot with my photographer, and there was a guy recording me, and I don't mind, you know, people staring, but when you put me on your phone, like, I don't know what you're gonna do with that footage, you know what I'm saying? So I told the big guy about it, and not even just that situation, but like other times when we've had photo shoots, like, people will like slow down and they're like break their necks and stuff. And you know, the big guy, he was like, you know, maybe they think you're Lupita, because everybody thinks I, you know, everybody says I look like Lupita. So he was like, well, maybe people think you're Lupita, or that you're a famous, you know, black star or something. That's why they're staring. So I mean, it could be that, but when you're recording me, that's what I have an issue with. I know a lot of you guys have mentioned to me to join groups and to make friends. It's hard, y'all. It's hard when you don't see a lot of me in an area. It's just hard to make friends here when you really don't fit in. Being humble, and I'm just trying to make the best of it, even though it is hard, because I don't want to be somebody that I'm not, and I don't want to make friends if I can't be myself. I miss being active with my sorority. I miss, you know, going to a black church. I miss, you know, I just miss those things. Now, I'll do another video, but I'm just trying to make the best of it, even though it is hard. Y'all, like, I'm just so tired of, I'm just tired of racism, like this. And this is another thing, like, I feel like God has been, you know, people keep saying, oh, racism does exist, or racism has passed and stuff. This is another thing that God has been revealing to us. He has been showing us time and time again that racism still exists. Some people in their heart, they do not like black people. They do not like Hispanics. They do not like Asians. And social media has really exposed those things by the things people tweet, the things people share, the things people post on Snapchat. I mean, these things have been happening for years, but now it's finally coming to the light. You know, for somebody that has white in-laws and extended family, like, I love my in-laws. I love my family on that side. Like, all of them have been really loving to me, to my kids. They have never judged me. Like, I truly love them. You know, I have a very diverse audience on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook, and I truly appreciate it, because I love everybody. I was taught to love everyone no matter what, but to see these things continue to come to light, it's definitely heartbreaking. I know a lot of like white people have been asking online, like, how can we help this situation? Like, what can we do to make it better? And at first I didn't understand, because I'm like, well, what do you not understand? You know, what do you not understand about telling your kids not to use this word, or telling them to not, you know, discriminate, or to, you know, disrespect another race or whatever? Like, I didn't understand it at first, but then I realized that some people just weren't taught these things. Not saying that they grew up with racist parents, but they just weren't educated on these matters, on how to really help African Americans, how to help people of color, like how to really, you know, support. So I just asked this, like, moving forward, like, what are you going to do to help us, to be there for us? When the movements and the protesting has died down, what else are you going to do, so that way we can continue to bring peace, to continue to move forward and become one? Like, I mean, that's what I want to know, because yes, supporting us and protesting us is great. Protesting with us is great, but what else? Because it doesn't stop there. There has to be, I mean, it doesn't even stop with you. We have to educate the next generation on these things. If we don't, the cycle is going to continue. That's why I did that video. I did a video earlier this year about me being a black mom with biracial kids, because I felt like I needed to share my experience because yes, they are both black and white. There are going to be white people that are going to just look at them. They're not going to look at them as being both. They're just going to look at them as being straight black. And they're not going to like that. That's why we're doing our part as an interracial couple to educate them on these things, because I don't want them to grow up thinking that, oh, they're exempt from troubles. They're exempt from police brutality. They're exempt from, you know, racial injustice. Like, they're not exempt. None of us are exempt from any type of troubles in the world. But when it comes to racial things, they are not exempt. So it starts in the home. Black moms and dads, we have to do our part to bring this conversation up. As a white, you know, as a white parent, you know, you have to talk to your kids about this. Asians, you have to talk to your kids. I mean, we have to bring these hard conversation, not even just with our kids, but with our spouses as well. You know, when I first started dating a big guy, you know, that was one of our conversations, because of course you're not going to be with somebody that doesn't love you or like you because of who you are and what you are. He went to a majority white school and I went to an HBCU. So even then, those are different kinds of conversations that we had. Little things like that, as far as, you know, why did I go to this specific school? Why didn't I go to Chapel Hill or go to UNC Charlotte? You know, like, it's just conversations like that that was reassuring to know that, okay, this man is a good man. I pray to God and I have faith in our relationship, but those things were reassuring to know that this is a good guy. I did a video about how to find love in 2020, and I shared all these things in that video. But even beyond him, you know, when you marry somebody, you're marrying their family. So even conversations with his family and, you know, just the love that they've given me was just reassuring that this is good. We good, okay? So like I said, it's not even just having these conversations with your kids and your family, but also with your husband, with your boyfriend, especially if they are of another race. And if it's uncomfortable, or if they don't want to talk about it, or they're silent about it, that's a problem. Oh, y'all, oh my God, I've been talking a lot, y'all. But like I said, I'm just like, I feel like I'm all over the place, but I just have so much to say. With all these brands, you know, spotlighting black bloggers and black influencers, I'm like, where was this all this time? Like, I don't get it. I've always followed and supported black influencers, black bloggers, black YouTubers. I don't know. And I've always wondered why there weren't more black influencers, black content creators in the forefront, because we are a good look. You guys probably don't care or don't know, but there's a platform called LikeToKnowIt. It's a platform where you can monetize your platforms by sharing your outfits, sharing things that you love, and then when somebody buys it or clicks on it, you get a commission. So I've been featured on an email, and I've been featured on their LikeToKnowIt page. And I was like, yay, oh my gosh, I got featured, especially even having a small following, because usually they repost like big bloggers, like they have the millions that just do the same pose with their Starbucks cups and stuff like that. And over time, I was just like, wait a minute, like, you know, there are some other bloggers on this platform doing the same, you know, Caitlin Covington, which I absolutely love her, but those were the kind of things that were being repetitive. You guys have thousands of bloggers on this platform, but we're seeing the same 10. We're seeing the one Asian, the 2 black girls, and then the rest are always the same white girls. Where are all the other black women on this platform? Collectively, they're called Influencing in Color. A group of black bloggers, Shay, Brandy, Nikki, and Megan, and they reside in Houston, Texas. So they all use the platform, so they came together to be the voice for black women, to be that group of black influencers, to provide, you know, just to showcase diversity, not only on LikeToKnowIt, but as a group, you know, to show that black women can come together and empower each other and be a movement together. So they started collaborating with them, and they were going on tour, but with the pandemic, they had to stop. Yes, it's a step, and it's a good step, because I love all of them. You know, for this to be $1 billion platform, and you have a good percentage of black women on this platform, you need to showcase us more often. But why is it taking this moment for us to be seen and to be heard. Like, yes, we have Jackie Aina, yes, we have Shayla, and I love both of them, but what about the others that deserve to have their voices heard? We all have a story, you know what I'm saying? And we all are using our platforms for some type of good. I've always felt this way, and I've shared it with friends, but they're not influencers, so they really don't understand it. I've been fortunate to have had opportunities even with a small following, and I'm truly grateful and blessed for that. But there have been other times where brands wouldn't work with me, not because only my numbers, but because I don't fit their campaign. Like, I remember there was one brand I had pitched to and I wanted to work with them. So they responded saying that, oh, at the moment we don't have any campaigns going on, blase, so, but we'll keep you in mind for the next one. And then 2 weeks later, they released a campaign, which I was like, okay, well, maybe they already had it in the works and stuff going on. They never reached back out. So I was just like, okay, it is what it is. But not even just for me, but there are so many other Black bloggers and influencers and business owners that deserve to be spotted on other platforms as well, not just Essence, not just, you know, these Black platforms, but these big platforms as well. So I've been seeing it a lot this week, and I'm just like, yes, finally. But that's what I'm saying, this is long overdue. This is long overdue. So I hope moving forward that more Black influencers, more Black bloggers, Black business owners are seen in the forefront more often, not when it's just trending, not because we're pointing brands out and, you know, telling them to pull up or shut up. Like, no, this needs to be a continuous thing, because if not, then that really reveals the true colors behind these brands. They want to profit off of us. They want us to promote their stuff for free. Exposure does not pay the bills. Like, even to this day, even in the midst of a pandemic and a movement going on, and I'm still getting emails asking me to promote your products. Can they just get a little 30-second here and there for free? Do you not know how much time and effort, creativity, and money it is to create a video, and you want me to do it for you for free? I mean, there are brands, trust me, that I have showcased for free, and I don't mind it because I feel like it needs to be seen, needs to be heard. But if I know that you are a billion-dollar company, if I've seen your ad on YouTube, on TV, on billboards, you know that stuff is not cheap. Advertising on those platforms are not cheap, but you want me to promote it for free? No, I'm sorry. I have kids to take care of. I have a family. I have a legacy that I'm trying to build. I'm not promised tomorrow, and I don't want to leave nothing behind for my kids. But you want me to promote your product for free. People that are sending out these pitches, are you pitching for free? Are you working for free? I don't think so. But I don't understand why it's okay to think that you can get free exposure and because I have a small following, but you'll be willing to pay a white blogger 3 times more for that. And that has happened. I've seen it happen. I've seen it where they asked me and a few other small, or a few people, I hate saying that because it doesn't matter, nobody's small or big, okay? Numbers do not define us. I'm sick and tired of people thinking that numbers define us. No, it doesn't. Because without those numbers, if Instagram wiped away our numbers, if they wiped away our likes, and we just posted content, okay? Does that define if somebody's successful or not? No. But see, that's the kind of thing that this world, oh my gosh. Okay, you know, ask us to showcase the product, 30 seconds or whatever, in hopes that we will do it. But then they'll pay Becky and Sammy and them $50,000 to do a crappy 15-second video, and that's that. It's not fair. And not even just with me, but I've heard and seen these things happen to a lot of bloggers. Bloggers will get paid $200 to do this campaign, and within the same campaign, Jesse and Becky and them would get paid $100,000. See, and that's what I'm talking. And then they wonder why we're mad. Then they wonder why we're tired. We're sick and tired. We put so much money into these brands and into these companies. Now that influencer marketing is a big thing now, and they realize the success that comes with influencer marketing. Now they want to use us to market their products, but they don't want to pay our worth. Oh my God, it just makes me so mad. But I'm just glad that we're being heard, we're being seen. And dang it, if you see a black girl on every commercial, billboard, magazine, anything, good. That is what should have been happening before, because now we see how these white bloggers are getting down. They're buying fake followers, they're buying fake engagement. I don't even want to get on the Micah Stafford thing, because I'm hurt and just baffled at that situation at that. I don't like talking about people or bringing up other bloggers in my videos and stuff like that, but that right there just burns me inside, okay? And child. You know, from all those denials and brands not wanting to work with me, or they don't find me worthy to work with because of my numbers, that's what pushed me to start the Chrissy Wise shop. My shop has been a dream of mine for a while, but because I'm not working a full-time job, I didn't have the means to start it up, okay? Like I've told you in that video, it takes money to make money. So, you know, living off of one income, I didn't have, you know, $5,000 or $10,000 to start up my dream. But like I said, with my last sponsorship check that I had, so I said I'm either going to just save this and do whatever, or I'm going to use it to fund my dream that I've always wanted to do. And that's what I did, because I'm tired of jobs not giving me opportunities. I have a freaking master's degree, dang it. I didn't just start becoming a YouTuber or a blogger because it was the thing to do. No, I started this before I had my first child. I started this before I had Maddie, in hopes that once I did have her, I would go back into the corporate world. But obviously that didn't happen. But the more I'm humbling myself, the more I'm realizing that maybe that's not the plan God had for me. I love being a blogger, I love being a content creator, but I also have always dreamed of having my own. Because when people didn't give me an opportunity because of my skin color, because of whatever reason, like heck, even I told y'all about the news station situation. Guess what? They had a bunch of job openings, y'all, a whole bunch of job openings, even internships. And I applied for 2 months ago. I applied for 3 positions 3 months ago. Guess what? Nothing. So I'm over it. Like, I'm so over it. Like, I'm over it. And that's why I'm just like, okay, God, at this point, I'm literally taking my hands off the wheel, and I'm just going to trust you with this. And ever since I've started my shop, he has just been providing, y'all. He's just been providing and just leading me and guiding me. And that's why I'm like, see, this world, whoo, that's why he says, do not put your trust in the world. Just put your trust in him, because the world will fail you, okay? And as we can see, that has been swept under the rug, but God is revealing to us that this world will fail you. We put pastors on a pedestal. We put these politicians on a pedestal. We put blogs and influencers on a pedestal. And God is like, no, no, no. Stop that. Okay? Put me on the pedestal and watch your life be transformed. You don't need these things. You don't need, you don't need promotion from the world. You need me. You need me. And that's what, when I humble myself, I realize that that is what's wrong with this world. We have more of ourselves and less of God. Then we wonder why things are in such turmoil. That's why all these school shootings, because they took God out of the schools. We need God, y'all. We need God. And that's why, like, I feel like he led me to do this video, because I didn't want to. Because like I said, I struggle with my feelings being all over the place and my thoughts being all over the place. But he was like, do this video, because people need to hear you. That's why I want to start my own podcast. That's the other thing I told y'all in that other video, that I want to do 2 things. I want to launch my store, and I want to launch my podcast. I remember at my old job, I was sitting in the break room and I had a piece of paper and I just wrote down this title. I put down love your life, and love standing for ladies overcoming vital experiences. I wanted to create a platform and a space for women all over the world, black, white women who are overcomers of domestic violence, of sexual assault, of self-esteem issues. Like they are literally overcomers. But at first I was like, no, everybody has a podcast, or you know, nobody's really gonna tune in, or oh my god, I stutter over my voice. You know, I stutter. I don't have a radio voice. I stutter over my words. But y'all, so I told you guys I'm gonna be singing in my intro. But I needed a microphone so that way it's clear, and you know, I'm not using my iPhone piece. You know, I'm not using my iPhone piece. So I went to get me a microphone because I know a lot of people, you know, they have the big microphones with the circle thing. And I was like, Lord, I don't have $159 to afford one of those right now. But y'all, I went to Best Buy and I found this microphone here. This was the last one. This was the cheapest one, but it was the last one. And when I tell y'all, I cried. But besides me having imposter syndrome, I couldn't afford a microphone. But this, y'all. So I'm gonna start my podcast this year. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna balance all this. How I'm gonna balance my YouTube channel, how I'm gonna balance my blog, how I'm gonna balance my Instagram, how I'm gonna balance my shop, and a podcast on top of that. But that's when I have to get my priorities in order. Like, I just gotta get my priorities in order because I want to see change. But being silent about the things that I want to change is not going to change it. Okay? So that's why I'm, you know, with this video, we can't be silent about what's happening. I just want things to change, y'all. And I know being silent about it is not going to change it. But I'm just tired, y'all. Like, I'm tired. Like, I can't even cry anymore because I've just cried so much. And I'm tired, y'all. Like, I want justice to be served. I want this world to be better. And also, I want black women to be protected and justice to be served for them as well. People go hard for black men when this situation happened. We need to do the same for black women as well. We need to protect our black women. We need to protect women. You know, we are not exempt from troubles. If anything, heck, we go through just as much. So we need to be heard too. But overall, I'm just tired of this being a threat and a target when all we trying to do is survive. All we trying to do is survive out here. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be super long, but I feel so much better that I released all of that. Oh my God. Oh, I feel good. Change has to start now. It starts with us. Ancestors didn't have social media. They didn't have a voice. They didn't have the things that we are fortunate to have today. So we got to do our part now so that way our children and their children don't have to endure the pain and suffering, especially to be black in America. So I'm just thankful for all the people across the world that have come together to, you know, support us, to be there for us. Like, we truly appreciate it. It's sad that other countries see the problem, but the people higher up don't see the problem. So, like everybody says, sign the petitions, donate to a fund, and make sure you get out there and vote. For real. Vote. Especially for your locals. Vote for your locals, state, and definitely for the president, because he's got to go. Okay? He's got to go. YouTube, if they hear certain things, they'll take it down. I don't give a daggone, because he's got to go. Okay? He's got to go. So make sure you do your part and get out and vote. I'm out of here.